Big news from America. Donald Trump has announced that one of Washington's most recognisable and combative figures is leaving her role. The White House press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, is leaving at the end of the month to spend more time with her family. She had her second child at the beginning of May. Well, in a moment, we will speak to James Matthews in Washington, but first, let us watch Karoline Leavitt in action.
You're pretending like you're a journalist, but you're a left-wing activist. And the question that you just raised and your answer proves your bias. You should be reporting on the facts. You should be reporting on the cases. Do you have the numbers of how many American citizens were killed at the hands of illegal aliens who ICE is trying to remove from this country? I bet you don't. I bet you didn't even read up on those stories.
They don't get charged on foreign companies. They get charged on the importers.
And ultimately, when we have fair and balanced trade, which the American people have not seen in decades, as I said at the beginning, revenues will stay here, wages will go up, and our country will be made wealthy again. And I think it's insulting that you're trying to test my knowledge of economics and the decisions that this president has made. I'm now regret giving a question to the Associated Press. Shame on you and shame on the mainstream media for trying to cover for these individuals who have. This is a vicious gang, Andrew. This is a vicious gang that has taken the lives of American women.
Well, let's bring in James then. I'm blown away by how young she is, James, and the fact she worked in Trump's first term as well, but can't juggle family and this unbelievable job. How big a blow is this to Mr. Trump?
I think it is a blow for him. And you used the word combative. I think we saw that laid bare there. Certainly somebody who was on the front foot, robust in her dealings on his behalf. She has been, as you say, she worked in the first term, been his press secretary throughout the second term so far. 28 years old, the youngest ever to hold that position. She recently gave birth to her second child, Anna. That's a reason for leaving, although she will remain an outside advisor, we are told. On X, she posted this. The truth is, since returning to the White House after the birth of my daughter, I have felt in my heart I cannot be the best mum to my two young children, or that my two young children deserve, while devoting the constant time, energy and attention required of the White House press secretary. That's why I have ultimately made the bittersweet decision to depart the White House and embark on a new chapter in my life. She goes on to say that my fight is entering a new phase, but it is far from over. As you said, Anna, she's one of the best-known faces in the United States, a robust mouthpiece for the Trump administration. You got a sense there of the fact that between press secretary and press, it's been difficult, antagonistic in a way that it never has been before. It's fair to say, I think the truth has been stretched at times when she's been at the podium. Straight answers certainly have been scarce. But I do think, in terms of Trump, he had a press secretary very much up for the fight on behalf of the boss, and that is why she is a big loss. He's been on Truth Social calling her one of the most trusted aides that he has. It's difficult to point to an obvious successor. We saw that when she was on maternity leave. There was no obvious candidate. We had this ever-changing cast. I suppose one positive for the Trump administration in all of this might be that right now he's a subject of negative headlines on Iran, on prices, on poll ratings, on this aircraft switch in Turkey. When the messaging gets awkward sometimes, it can help to change the messenger.
Very interesting. James, much appreciated. Thank you very much indeed.